Good morning, gang. Happy Monday morning. We're going to start with something that's actually quite fun this week. Uh, how many times have you heard me say, "Can't think past here"? This is classic, and you guys can have a field day with this one. So, the First Amendment, the very first amendment to the U.S. Constitution, one of the things it includes is freedom of speech, right? Okay. You're allowed to pretty much say whatever's on your mind. I mean, as the old saying goes, anything you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. Okay, within reason of what you can say. I just want you to remember that as I go through what's going on, because this is going to be, you're going to laugh at this one. Now, if you look at Western Europe, okay, Western Europe has pretty much been allied with the United States for a long time. Let's put it that way. We allied with Western Europe and Russia, for those of you guys that aren't taught real history in school, to defeat the Nazis, right? And one of the things the Nazis did not allow whatsoever was free speech. Okay, if you said anything that was against Air Fuhrer, it was jail, prison, execution, whatever it would be. Okay, and between us, Western Europe, and Russia, we defeated the Nazi regime, the Third Reich. Okay, they are no longer around. Well, shortly after that, because of being involved with Russia, we had communism, where free speech was punished by jail, prison, execution, okay, if you said anything against the Communist Party. Western Europe has completely forgotten all of that, because Western Europe has gone very liberal. And you know how liberals are, they don't learn from history, they choose to rewrite it. They've decided that free speech is not a good thing, and so they'll go back to the Hitler-esque, Stalin-esque ideas of it's a crime to be committing free speech. But not to be outdone, the Europeans have decided it's a crime that you can be penalized for what somebody else says. I'm not kidding, guys, okay? How many things have we had in the United States? How many times have you heard me say, watch what happens in Europe? It's coming here next, okay? Go to Canada, Justin Trudeau, skinny jeans himself, is, he wants to be more like Europe, more liberal, more, the drama teacher who loves drama. Joe Biden certainly wants to be as communist as possible, okay? You can't say anything negative about Joe. The media will declare it immediately that it's fake news or hate speech, though they can't define what it is. So if you take a look at this, what I'm discussing here, all right, there was a case that's been in the European courts for years, okay, and the appeal was just finally decided the end of last week. Sanchez v. France, okay? Now, I'll give you just a real little background of this. Julian Sanchez is a French national. He was the mayor of the town of Beaucaire, okay? And he was the chair of the Rassemblement National Party, the National Rally Party, in French politics. Mr. Sanchez has a Facebook account. Like every other politician, they want to get their social media out there. So they, have their Instagram, their Twitter, their Facebook, their whatever, okay? Potentially YouTube. Go there. I doubt he's got a Truth Social account, but who knows? But so this has been going on for years. Because what had happened was Mr. Sanchez made his political and personal page public, like most people do, where anybody can see it. It's not a private page. You guys are watching this channel because I make it public, not private. Anybody can watch it. Somebody decided to make we'll just leave it at this, a disparaging comment against Muslims on his Facebook page. Okay. There was a woman who is known in the court documents as Layla T. That's it. Okay. Who took offense to said comment and filed a lawsuit under, I forget, was it Article 10 of the European Convention of Human Rights against Mr. Sanchez for what somebody else said on his Facebook page. Okay? Mr. Sanchez originally was found guilty of not policing his page and deleting the comments and fined €4,000. He appealed it. The appeals court agreed with the lower court and just reduced his fine to €3,000. Okay? It's somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000. Okay, just to give you that. For what somebody else said, because he didn't police his Facebook page and delete the comment. Okay, now y'all know I delete comments that are rude, obnoxious, whatever would be on this channel. Okay, in the live streams, we kick those people out that are rude or anything like that. I have no patience for it. Okay. But imagine this. Imagine you have your Facebook account, your Twitter account, your YouTube channel, your Instagram channel, or whatever in the United States, and all of a sudden you get sued because of something somebody else said. There's a lot of trolls on YouTube. Okay, there's a lot of trolls on this channel. There's people that like to make videos trolling me. Okay, they're a bunch of assholes. They've got 12 views on their live stream or something like that. They think they're big, but they're nobodies. Nobody watches them. Nobody cares. But they go out and they make the rude comments. Now imagine you have this channel and you get fined, arrested. How far would Joe take it? Executed. Say something negative against Joe. Follow this along, okay? Can you imagine if this came in and now it was, gee, you said Joe Biden's a clueless idiot who has, mental deficiencies. Sorry, sir. That's punishable by 180 days in jail and a $10,000 fine. Think Joe wouldn't agree with that? Joe'd be like, yeah, this is cool. Let's do it. So this is what's going. This is not The Onion or something, guys, or the Babylon Bee. This is real. The guy got fined for $3,000 eventually for what somebody else said on his social media. Now, I will tell you this. If they ever implemented this law in the United States, okay, comments would be turned off on the channel real quick. Because here's why. You want to have a little bit of fun. You want to stick it to the Europeans who can't think past the tip of their nose. You and I are protected by free speech. We live in the United States, right? Most of us. You don't like Emmanuel Macron? You don't like Olaf Scholz? You don't like Volodymyr Zelensky? You don't like Vladimir Putin, okay? You don't like the revolving door of whoever the Prime Minister of the UK is? You don't like Prince Charles? Go post something on their social media account. Let them figure it out this way. This guy was a politician, okay, who got fined €3,000 because of what some commoner said. Okay. How it all plays out, he lost his appeal, etc., etc., etc. Maybe they don't get fined. Maybe they just have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours, or hire somebody to monitor their social media pages to keep the, common sense, gee, I'm sorry, boys don't belong in the girls' bathroom. Gee, I'm sorry, women's sports is for double X chromosome people. Okay. You know, talk about stuff like that. You want to go on along? How about these organizations, the No Oil or the Extinction Rebellion or whatever? Start putting stuff up on their page, because the law in Europe, under the European Convention on Human Rights, says they are responsible for what I say. This is how stupid liberal thought is, okay? They can't think past here. Oh, well, gee, we're going to make sure that everything's fine. So, he has to police his own social media. Okay? I police the social media and everything like that. I do it out of respect for you guys. I don't do it because I'm worried about the government arresting me or fining me or something like that. I do it because I'd like to keep a family-friendly, respectable community. There's a lot of comments that you guys make that are disparaging, okay, to certain groups. Those are fine. Okay, when they're made to each other, that's when I have a problem. But think about this: is how far could they take this? Could that come here? We know Joe's got a war on the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, parts of the First Amendment. Hell, let's go after freedom of speech. The very first portion of the very First Amendment to the supreme law of the land. Yeah. You want to know what you're fighting against? This is what liberalism is. This is how stupid liberals are. I mean, the bugs you're killing in your garden have more common sense than a liberal. I'm just saying. And Europe is the perfect example of how brain dead the left is. I just thought you might want to start with a laugh. But if you want to go have some fun today, go find some of the European politicians or these European insanity groups and just give them a piece of your mind and let them start footing the bill for it. Pinball out.